All right, I hope this is the question that you were asking me about. I'm not really sure. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so the question here is what is the radius of this circle? Okay, if BC, so that means this measure of BC, arc BC right here, from here to here, the length of that is 14 pi. Okay, that is really terrible. But basically, the length is 14 pi, whatever unit. Okay, so like if you put a tape measure on C and put it all the way here, how long is that? That's your 14 pi right here. Okay, and so the question is, what is the radius of this circle? So if you draw your center right here, it could be anywhere as long as it looks like the center, and you draw a line that go a segment that goes to C and that goes to B. All right, so this is your R. What is this radius if this is 14 pi basically? Okay, so and this is a question on arc length. All right, so arc length. I'm not so sure if you're familiar with the formula of arc length, but formula of arc length is really just equal to 2 pi r theta over 360. Okay, of course arc length is in this problem, this is your arc length. It's like circumference but only part of circumference. So how far is it from C to B? So that is 4 pi. Okay, and we're looking for R. Theta here is your central angle. Okay, so theta is the central angle. It's like X, but it really is just a Greek letter that represents a central angle. So this is your theta here. All right, so now let's substitute your values. Your arc length is 14 pi. That is given. Okay, and then that's equal to 2 pi r, which you do not know, and theta, which we also do not know. As at this point, we do not know what theta is, and that's 360. So therefore, we need to find out what is this angle, and then if you know the angle, then really you only have r as your variable. Okay, so let's find this angle right here. Now remember, this angle is a central angle. So if this is a central angle, then that's the same measurement as arc CV or BC, right? Now we know that the whole circle is 360. So from here to here is 160. From here to here is 60. So if you add all of that, that will be 220. Okay, so if we want to find, remember if this is, we don't know what is this measurement right here, right? But that's really is equal to theta as well. Now since these two are parallel, then this is also theta. Okay, so if we make an equation out of that, just to find what your angle is, then you know that 160 plus 60, this plus this theta right here, plus theta, plus another theta is equal to 360, right? Okay, so we are just in the process of finding the angle. So this angle right here is the same as this, okay? So that's 2 theta plus 160 plus 60, that makes a whole circle. So if we simplify that, 160 plus 60, that's 220, plus 2 theta, 2 angles, is equal to 360. All right, let's subtract 120 on both sides. Just subtract 120, 220 here, subtract 220 here. So now you have 2 theta is equal to 140. And divide 2. So therefore your theta is equal to 70 degrees. So therefore this is 70 degrees. This arc here is 70 degrees. This is also 70 degrees. So therefore your theta is equal to 70 degrees. That's what we put in here. Okay, so now we have 14 pi is equal to 2 pi r times 70 times 60 divided by 360. Okay, so you can cross multiply. We want to find r. Okay, but what something that you can also do is you can cancel out things. Like this one here, you have pi and you have pi on this side. If you divide by pi on both sides, the pi will be gone. All right, they will just be simplified. Now also here you can simplify the zeros. 0 divide 10 divided by, you divide this one by 10, you divide this one by 10. You can do that too, so the zeros will cancel out. So now let's simplify this. So you have 14, whatever is left, 2r times 7 all over 36. And then you can put 1 in here and you can cross multiply. So you have 14 times 36 equals 1 times 2 times 7 is 14r. Okay, so if you want to find your r, you just divide this one by 14, you divide this one by 14. This 14 will cancel out. Your r is going to be equal to 36. Okay. You don't have to do all this cancellation. You can also just really cross multiply it. Okay. All right. Let me recap that. All right. So first you need to find your angle right here. Okay. So let's do that again. You can, of course, cancel. You can just stop listening if you want to. All right. This is theta right here. Okay. We want to find out first what is the angle. And we needed the angle because arc length, okay, arc length is equal to 2 pi r theta all over 360. Now this formula is not going to be given to you in benchmark. It will be given in milestone though. All right, so we can let's substitute stuff. I wanted to solve for theta first. Okay, so let's solve for theta. In order to solve for this, we just make a whole 360 degrees. Okay, so that will be 360 plus this, oh oops, not 360 but 160, this plus this angle that here, which is also equal to that, so that will be plus theta plus this, which is 60, plus another theta right here, is equal to 360. So really you need to find your own angle. So when you simplify that, your theta will end up to be 70 degrees. This is the one that you plug in here. All right, so now let's plug in all the rest of the other information. Arc length is given. This one here is your arc length. All right, so now we substitute that. 14 pi is equal to 2 pi times r times your theta, which is 70, divided by 360. Okay, you can put 1 over here and just cross multiply everything. Okay, so this one is going to be 2 times 70, that's 240, right? Okay, so let's cross multiply. I'm not really going to cross multiply it, but the act of cross multiplying, you can just use your calculator, okay? So that would be 14 pi times 360. So I multiply this and that equals this and that, okay? So this will be equal to 2, no, 2 times 70 is 140. 140 will not have enough space. I don't think you will see it, okay? Let me write it here. 14 pi times 360. This is equal to, I multiply 2 and 70, that will be 140 pi r. Okay? Now, if you wanted to solve for r, you just divide it by 140 pi. So you divide this one by 140 pi. You divide this one by 140 pi. So this pi and pi will cancel out. 140 and 140 will cancel out such that you only have r here. Okay? Now here, this pi and this pi will cancel out. And then you can multiply, well, this that divide this one by 10, this one become, or you can just multiply this really. 14 times 360 divided by 140. So your answer here should be 36. Okay, so basically that's it. Find the angle and then substitute it in this formula. All right, I hope this helps.